Another thing that you guys need to know is it is bad for your hearing to do one ear in and one ear out. I used to do that a lot, and then I was advised, if at all you can, to not do that. What happens is the ear that you don't have the inner in tries to gather 360 degrees of sounds, and your brain and your ears aren't designed to do that. So the best way to get the best sound out of your in-ears is to use everything and to use it left and right. When all the sound comes at your brain, it can't decipher between different sounds. You have to pan to your left ear and your right ear in order for your brain to comprehend some of the sounds that are coming at it. If you listen with headphones to a CD, you'll hear the electric guitar maybe a little more in your left ear than your right ear, or you'll hear the background vocalists in your right ear versus your left ear, and that kind of helps your brain decipher between the different sounds. So how you do that, I'm just going to build a basic mix for you here. This is what I do. I actually take the kick drum and I'll put that maybe in the middle, and this is your pan to the left ear and your pan to the right ear. The kick drum I actually usually have dead center. The snare drum I have just slightly left, because as I'm facing out towards the worship center, the snare drum is slightly to my left. So I usually program everything to be, if I'm standing right in the middle, what's on the left side of me, what's on the right side of me. Drums, I'll keep the center, kind of, do a basic mix, depending on how loud the drums are. I'll dial that in. Click track for vocalists, you might just want a tiny bit of this. Just might go down like this. For a drummer, you might need a lot of it. And for instrumentalists, I usually dial it in perfectly where I can hear it when everybody's out, and I can't hear it when everybody's in. And I'll usually keep that center also. Bass guitar, usually in the stage setup that we have now, is on the right side of the stage. So I will pan them a little bit to the right, but not all the way. Say if you go 1 bar, that's slightly to the right. 2 bars is a little further right. 1 bar all the way to the right is completely to the right. So I'm gonna pan them about there. If I'm playing acoustic, I'll usually have my instrument in the center. Electric guitar, he's right now on the right side of the stage, so I'm going to pan that to the right, and I'll dial in the volumes as we go. Piano is on the left-hand side, so you can see that's right. The keys are also on the left-hand side. Yeah, maybe I'll keep that there. Loops aren't on any side of the stage, so what I do is I think, well, what was the most instruments? I guess I have bass, electric, and half acoustic coming out of the right side, and only the keys and piano coming out of the left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take loops and I'm going to put them in my left ear. I hope I said that right. I hope that makes sense. Lead vocals, I'm normally a lead, so I'll take that and keep that center. In this stage setup, Amy is going to be standing on the left-hand side of the stage, so we'll pan her. I'm going to pan her hard left just because I haven't panned anything hard left yet. Nathan's going to be on my right side. Pan that right. I'm going to pan him hard right also. My Vox Verb, I have that completely off right now until we get going because it's kind of weird when you're talking. But when we start singing, maybe I'll dial that up a little bit, or depending on how much reverb I want. Then the room mic is kind of one that you have to figure out what you want. So, maybe I'll start halfway, because room mic isn't as focused as a vocal mic, so I'll usually have those a little bit higher. So I'll have that halfway to start, and then if I want more, I'll dial it in more. Talkback and stuff, I usually keep that pretty consistent, just about halfway or a little over halfway. And that's really not taking up any spot during your mix, so I'll usually have that center also. And that's how I build my basic mix. and make sure to pan and try and keep both ears in if you can to preserve your ear health. And you can always peel back the master if you want, but that's the basics of Avioms.